What's going on, comic book people? It's Jimmy C. I made a video last week. I'm back. God, there's so much to talk about. I'm all over the place. I took notes, but I know I'm going to forget something. So let's kick it off. Got a little backdrop, a little Spidey villain theme going. I got a new setup, so like there's always a blank wall, and I always feel bad. So I'm always like scrambling to put something up. I need a Sal Buscema Vulture and a Pat Olaf Doc Ock, if anyone cares, artwork. So let's kick it off. I bought this for the wife for Christmas. I don't think I showed this, but this thing is awesome. It's not comic books, but I've been showing a little random stuff, not comic book related. This is this guy's got a YouTube channel. You guys probably know Pat NES Punk, if you follow games at all. Anyhow, he's a big Nintendo player, so my wife loves all things Nintendo, so I got her the Nintendo Classic for Christmas. So I said, what better thing to go with it than this? So basically, he wrote this book. It's got every single Nintendo game ever made. He has a brief synopsis and like his personal thoughts on the book, and then he also tells you, you know, which this is awesome, like the availability, is it common, who developed it, what year it came out, so on and so forth. It's so awesome. You know, like I'm into games, but I'm not diehard. She's really into it. So this is just like an amazing coffee book to have. I think he just came out with an app, which is the smartest thing ever. He should charge for it, because if you're ever at a flea market, you know, there's Nintendo games everywhere, but you know, like I know comics, I don't know shit about Nintendo. I know Contra's common, but other than that, I'd want to like zip in the phone, like GPA. Oh shit, what's the price? Is it common? Is this a book like you can make money on? So on and so forth. Anyway, moving forward, back to comic book related stuff. So, baby's almost 5 months old. She's doing very well. Thank you guys. Eventually, I guess I'll put her on the camera, but it's so hard because, you know, babies scream and they're not on cue. But anyway, one of her favorite books. How funny is that? My first Wonder Woman book. She is so into this book, even the wife says it. I'll flip through it real fast. You know, it's you know, because it's got for babies, so she's got the rope, the lasso, invisible jet, the bracelets. I don't know why they're not golden there, but what are you gonna do? And just a really cool book. And then there's the baby's face in the mirror. You can see my face, but baby loves it. So hey, who knows? Foreshadowing, could be. Cross your fingers. So I went to the comic art show. It's twice a year in Jersey. It's awesome. And well, long story short, one of the dealers, I thought he had. I just bought this, and the reason I bought it, Damage Control. So you guys don't know if you watch old videos. Damage Control issue 4, Wolverine with the pie in the face, is the first comic I bought with my own money when I was little, you know, late 80s or whatever. So I would love to get my hands on any original artwork, especially the covers of Damage Control. And one of the dealers, I was asking the dealers at the comic art show, because hey, where better to find art you want than at an art dealer show? And I'm like, hey, you got any Damage Control? And half of them knew what it was, half of them didn't. They're like, oh no, sorry. One guy said, oh my god, I just got like 50 pages of Damage Control and 2 covers. My heart dropped. And he's like, oh my god, I can't believe how random I bought it and you asked for it. Because it's an obscure, stupid title, you know? It was only like 4 issues, and then they did like volume 2 and 3. Each one was only about 4 issues. So he's like, oh, send me an email and I'll get back to you. So like, you got to do the dance. I don't want to be too eager, because the more eager I am, the more he's going to jack the fucking price up. So I sent him an email, hey, yeah, me, Damage Control, blah, blah, blah. I didn't hear from him for a week. I sent another one. I didn't hear from him. I sent him another email. This is going on 3 weeks from my other email. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to check in. I know you're busy. He writes me back, finally. Oh, it's not Damage Control. It's Damage from DC. Sorry. I was so deflated. You know, like, because he didn't even know what it was. And Damage from DC is completely different. Damage is the son of Captain Atom, which was some 90s bullshit. Maybe it was good, it wasn't, but I never read it. I didn't know about it, and I was just so upset. Like, I thought I was gonna... Because he said he had 2 covers, so if it was volume 1, every cover's awesome. And it was a 50% chance he had cover 4, which was the Wolverine cover, and that's the first book I ever owned, and I would love to have it. But, alas, it was not meant to be. I did pick up a beautiful piece of artwork, which I will show you in a little bit. So, off topic. So, on Facebook, there's a guy. He's a good guy, so I don't want to name names. He does an auction on Facebook for comics. And I got to give the guy credit. His marketing strategy or whatever, because he rewards them with free books when he shares and bullshit. He does auctions like twice a week. This guy has such a cult following that it's insane the amount of money that these people bid on these books. I watch sometimes in awe. It makes me so nauseous I have to shut it off sometimes because I'm not going to make comments and be a douche because I've got nothing to do with it. So why be a hater? You know, hey, props to the guy. God bless him. I actually was drinking one night and I bought a book, which leads me to why I'm bringing up the story. It's here. I'm so disgusted I didn't even open it because, like, I paid $31, $35 with shipping. It's Archer and Armstrong number 0, which is lately a hot book, and my friend Nick has been selling it 9/8 left and right. So I think part of that, and I had a few drinks, I bought it. Anyway, I paid $31, $35 for it. I'm so disgusted I didn't even open it because I just want to flip it. I think it's a Nearman copy, and I would take a loss on it, but it has nothing to do with him. I just don't like the book. I have no interest in the book. I never read it, this and that. But what blows my mind is, like, random filler Bronze Age books. He has a nice condition. He pulls $50 on them. It's like, it blows my mind. Because if I put these books on Instagram for $5 plus shipping, I won't get a bite. And this guy is instantly, in 10 seconds on an auction, getting $50 plus. I don't know what he's doing, but God bless him. Anyway, oh, what else? I don't think I've shown this. I got this from Manny Mans when he came over for the Super Bowl party. He brought me a little... he brought something he knew I wanted, so he helped use it as a bargaining chip because he took a few books off me, so I factored it into the discount. All things Green Goblin, he knows I dig because of, you know, my artwork and whatnot. So I could just throw that right there. Pretty cool. I got the box too. I just didn't want to go get it. What else going on? So, like, you know, I said my last video was part 2. I wanted to, like, mention Peter David, but, like, with the news cycle, it's like old news now. But Peter David was begging for money because he has to pay his taxes. I'm not going to get into it. I just think it wasn't right. Like, you're asking your fans for money, and he didn't even do it like, you know, you got to be humble. His approach was far from humble, and he interjected his feelings on politics in it. So, like, don't you think if you're asking for money, you should not interject your politics, given you're going to alienate a good portion of the people who might actually want to give you money while you're being a beggar? And I just don't think he went about it the right way. I mean, to each his own. If he moved you making his stories and you want to give him money, fine. But, like, why, if a guy writes a book or a comic, you should feel indebted to give him money? Like, what about the milkman? What about the fireman? What about the guy who cuts your grass? Like, you could say the same about anybody. Oh, he cut my grass for 10 years, but whatever, that's all nonsense. Let me show you. So I grabbed these books. I actually got some comics to show you guys. I used my GameStop points. So I grabbed 2 copies of the Justice League Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I grabbed them because I wanted to use my points, and they only made 500 issues, so I got 2 issues. One is near mint perfect, the other one is near mint minus. And I also grabbed one of the ROM 1 variants, which is fucked up there. Who am I going to cry to? Nobody cares, so... You know, it's annoying, but whatever. You know, I got them for free. I got them with the points. So let me tell you guys. So I actually sent my first stuff to Heritage Auctions to be, you know, to be auctioned. So if you guys are ever interested, I'll give you a little background. Heritage, Heritage is the big kahuna, to each his own, but I think they're more prestigious than Comic Link and Comic Connect. They pull the most money. Yes, they bang the buyers for 20%, and they bang the sellers for, I thought it was 10%, but it's actually 15%. So they're like eBay and PayPal. So if you sell with them, they're banging you for 15%. Plus they're banging the buyers. So they're like StubHub. They get you on both ends. Anyway, long story short, my good friend Nick, he's finally decided to sell. He's given him 125 slabs. So I met with them with him, and I brought my own. So the bare minimum, if you want to sell with them, I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know the specifics. You have to give them $5,000 worth of shit to get in the door with them, or they won't even take your stuff. And that's artwork and comics, or comics, however you want to mix it up. So I gave them 3 pieces of art, and I gave them 25 slabs. It didn't add up to 5,000, but they made an exception given I was with him. And, like in Vegas terms, he's a big whale. So they wanted to make him happy because he never sells anything with any auction houses, and he's giving them a shot. But we went one better. So not only did they take my stuff, I didn't have. My stuff's worth about $4,000 that I gave them, which it's $1,000 off. But whatever, they took it. They also bang you for 15% seller's fee, and given he was giving them so much stuff, he's giving them over $25,000 worth of stuff to sell. So like, never mind, they know he has a lot more stuff, so they want to make him happy. He told them to do the right thing and waive the seller fee for me, and they did it. And maybe I shouldn't even be saying this, but who the hell knows who's watching. But anyway, they did the right. You know why they're smart? Because they did the right thing. They made him happy, and they don't know what I have. And if you make me happy, yeah, I'm a new customer. What you selling? I bought stuff from them, but I got tons of expensive shit too. So you take care of me now, you're gonna get more shit of mine down the road. Plus, you're making the big fish happy too. So it's a win-win all around. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're ever thinking about moving some stuff on with an auction house, remember you might get banged, because I sent something to Comic Link, an Abomination Splash, beautiful. I thought I'd pull 500-600, and I walked with 280, so I got the zingy. And last but not least, let me show you guys what I got. And I got a story with it too, so bear with me. I hope you guys are having fun watching. I know, usually I'm banging out 5-minute videos. Hopefully I don't run out. So I got this. I've been wanting this piece of artwork for 2 years, for a year and a half. I've been looking at it for over 3 years, but I've been trying to get it actively for a year. So without further ado, Alice in Wonderland. It's beautiful. It's Marvel Classic Comics. Issue 35 by Frank Boll. You probably have seen it if you have Instagram and Facebook, Nowadays, like, everything is... So anyway, the dealer who had this, I've looked at it, because the wife is an English major. She loves Alice in Wonderland. And it's like, it's for kids. So, like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, this is the only way I'm going to get artwork in the baby's room. The wife loves this, and it's like something for the kids, so it's perfect. And the wife gave the approval. So I tried to buy it finally at the last art show last year. And the dealer, he's a great guy, very nice. He had it priced fair, and I know he gives a discount if you pay cash. His mother put the kibosh on the deal. I might have mentioned this before if you watch my videos. I couldn't believe it. She wanted to give it to... She said, oh, I'm sorry, no, you can't buy that. I'm going to give that to my daughter for Christmas. Mind you, her daughter's like in her 50s probably, because the lady's in her 70s, and the guy's in his like 50s. So you want to give this to your daughter who's in her 50s, who doesn't give a shit about artwork or Alice in Wonderland for Christmas. In my head, I'm like, is this really happening? Like, if she wasn't there, the deal would have been done. And, he's like a good Italian son, even at that age. He listens to his mother. So I started guilt-tripping her using my sales techniques. I'm in sales. I'm like, this is for my unborn baby. The wife likes English. This is the only way I can get some art in the room. Blah, 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 blah. And the mother started cracking, and she wanted to give it to me. But then I felt like I was being too persuasive, and the guy was getting mad, but he was shutting up because he didn't want to, like, get involved. So I said, all right, forget it. Long story short, they never gave it to the sister for Christmas, of course. It's been priced at $1,000 for the last 3 years. So I was bothering him on Facebook. He's like, all right, fine. You want it? Give me $1,200. I said, $1,200? You've had it for $1,000 the last 2 years at the shows, and you give a discount when someone pays cash. So I'm give you $700 because that's what I was going to give you at the show. He goes, oh no, you're crazy. Forget it. So nothing happened. So I had to wait till the next show because I know in person he's like a little bit more amiable. So, you know, I see him and like he has it priced at $1,200 at the show, but he has everything jacked up more, not just this. But like I thought it was funny, like all of a sudden it's up. Long story short, we went back and forth. He's like, "Oh, come on, da da da." I said, "Stop the bullshit, man. You know I want it. You know why? Here's $700." He's like, "No, $900." So he wanted 12, then he went to 9. I said, "Listen, I'll split the difference." And he's a good guy, so he said, "Okay, fine." So I got it for $800. So there's the long and short of it. Like, so the moral of the story is artwork. You have to be patient. You have to know what you want. And, you know, when the opportunity strikes, you got to pull the trigger. You know, it was $100 more than I wanted to pay, but I know I wasn't getting it any lower. And if I didn't get it right then and there, I'm at an art show. Any schmuck could have walked by and just grabbed it instantly, and it would be gone forever. Because it's art. It's not like, you know, there's one of a kind, and that's it. I own the cover. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good talk. Good talk. Yeah, you enjoyed the show. Jimmy C signing off. Rambling, bitching about this and that. You know, it's good to make a video again. You know, I'm not buying a lot of comics and stuff with the baby or whatnot. But, oh, East Coast Comic Con, 2 weeks. I will be there. My favorite show in the tri-state area of the year. Parking's